What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about sales of the Galaxy S21 series of phones and how drastically awful they are versus the past two generations of phones. And we're seeing a big decline overall from the S10 now onto the S21 series. And it's kind of scary, and it kind of makes you think, is Samsung as a whole on a huge decline in the mobile space, because they have a lot more competition and a lot more people are putting their money towards budget phones. And don't get me wrong, Samsung makes budget phones, but we're just talking about the S line here and the decrease in sales. So let's check out these numbers and talk about this afterwards. So this information, this is coming from Joshua Swingle. He got it from the Business Post over in Korea, saying that the Galaxy S21 doesn't seem to be selling too well. A new report says sales are down 20% compared to the S20 and 47% compared to the S10 in the first 6 months of availability. So again, these numbers are the first 6 months of sales for each of these phones. S10 sold 25.5 million in a 6-month stretch. S20 sold 17 million, and now it's on a decline to 13.5 million, or almost half of the amount of the S10 total sales. This is bad. It's really bad, because where are people buying these phones now? Which phones are they buying? Are they buying the budget phones from Samsung? Are they buying the higher end phones like the Z Flip and the Z Fold? What are they doing? And now we don't have the Note line this year, at least anyway. So it leads all things to looking kind of abysmal and bad for Samsung as a whole. And again, this doesn't tell the whole picture. They could be killing it massively in the lower end, phone market, and maybe that's where all their sales went, because the lower end phones are becoming a lot more competitive versus these higher and mid-tier phones. But still, it's a little bit scary when you think about all of what's going on. What do you guys think? Why do you think Samsung's not selling as many S phones as they have in the past? Let me know in the comments down below. And the last story of the day, extremely slow news day, so I pulled this thought anyway from an article that Sam Mobile wrote. Sam Mobile put a little article, and we just really need the headline from this. And they say, does Samsung need a one more thing moment for upcoming UnPacked event? As you know, UnPacked is on August 11th. And what they mean by one more thing, it's an old thing that Apple has done. Steve Jobs mostly did this, saying, oh, and one more thing. And they would announce some other new product or new service or something like that to kind of continue that buzz of all the new products they announced for the day. And it was like a surprise at the end of the show. And the question that remains is, does Samsung need a one more thing for UnPacked that's coming out August 11th? Because we know basically everything that's coming out for that event. We know it's the Galaxy Z Flip 3, the Z Fold 3, the Galaxy Watch 4, the Galaxy Buds 2. Do we need something else thrown in there, like a Galaxy S21 Fan Edition? Do we need something exciting like their relationship with AMD and how that's going to show huge performance gains over devices that they have out right now? Is it going to be some other new device we don't even know about that they're going to talk about? Or do you think the Galaxy UnPacked event as a whole is good enough and great enough that we don't need a one more thing? I'll answer the question with, I don't think we need a one more thing, but at the same time, having that one more thing can be very, very exciting, because I love surprises. I love not knowing what's going to happen, but then I also do love knowing what's going to happen. It's kind of that double-edged sword where you want to know, but you don't want to know, but you really do want to know at the end of the day, because you want to know what's going to happen in the future. And with that said, I don't think there's too much they could get us too excited about in terms of something that would, revolutionize or not take away from that event at hand. Like if they were like, oh, and one more thing, we have a tri-fold phone coming out, or a quadruple fold phone coming out, or we have these phones with the AMD processor graphic units in them, and they outperform these phones. Like, people are gonna be like, whoa, why am I gonna buy this phone now when I can just wait a few more months and get those phones? So I don't know if they should do a one more thing, and they usually don't. But let me know your thoughts about that. Should Samsung do one more thing, one more product, one more service at the event on August 11th? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys down the road.